5 years that I've been here. And they are the most wonderful and talented artists I know. You can see here, prolific might be another word you put to it. 100 artworks on the walls here for this exhibition. Absolutely incredible. So I'd like to acknowledge each of the artists for their level of innovation that they bring to their work, but also to the generosity that is shared with the broader art community. So Lyndon's work is thoughtful and explorative. Her love of the environment, both natural and man-made, asks us to consider the beauty and complexity evident in each of the environments she chooses to draw our attention to. An incredibly versatile artist who can effortlessly move from 2D to 3D with skill and originality. Lyndon also brings her knowledge and understanding of the art world to her own exhibition committee. A solid understanding of conceptual art practice and her ability to read between the lines in artists' proposals is invaluable. We love having her on board. Kathy Doley, much loved tutor from Splash Out, a force to be reckoned with. Her love of country so clearly expressed bravely in her larger-than-life depictions of memory and place. She has the skill and talent to marry these with smaller, quietly reflective snapshots of works created out in an environment she cares so deeply about. Kathy not only shares her skills with her students, offering gentle and enthusiastic encouragement, but in her painting she's begun expressing some of her more personal stories as a woman with Aboriginal heritage. A cultural gift to all of us and a responsibility she wears with unyielding positivity and warmth. Kat Leonard, our much-loved tutor and ever-humble artist. She'd be known to many of you in the room this evening. One of my lecturers once said to me, if you want to make it as an artist, you have to turn up to work. You have to paint, draw, build, photograph, whatever it is. You have to do it every day, even when you don't want to. A bit like work, really. But Kat is a testament to this approach to work. Painting 100 faces of all the dogs in the dog park. Her paintings are full of warmth, energy and expression. She brings nostalgia and quirkiness, colour and confidence to her paintings, and she makes it look so easy and fun. But anyone willing to take the time will see a thoughtful and measured approach to all of her subject matter. What an incredible trio. Before I hand you over to these gorgeous and very nervous artists, standing here wishing I would hurry up so they could get this over and done with, I would like to take a moment to thank my team. Exhibitions of this scale make our job incredibly challenging and so wonderfully rewarding. But to make 100 paintings look so effortless takes the care and attention of a team who are committed both to the artist and to the reputation of the gallery. So, 3-pager. So thank you to Catherine Hill, Exhibition Coordinator, Rodney Pike, Exhibitions Communication and Marketing Coordinator, and Sarah De Cruz, who mans the front desk and keeps everything moving with warmth and generosity. So thank you all. Who's going first? I welcome Kat Leonard to the podium.
Yes, I'm really nervous, but that's cool. Okay. Driven to Abstraction, the name of this exhibition, speaks to the tension we artists experience being compelled to make art in a world that wants us to make products. Art is not a product, yet to survive as artists we must sell something, either our work, our time, hopefully not our souls. But to create artwork for the sole purpose of selling it is not where the art actually is. The solution to this dilemma is to do both those things, to make some artwork to sell and create some artwork simply for the experience of creating and exploring, for learning, and quite importantly, for sharing our ideas. All three of us, Kathy, Lyndon and myself, absolutely love abstract art, but much of our creative output thus far has been towards more representational artwork, developing skills and refining technique. So this time we created a purpose for abstract inquiry. We booked the whole of this wonderful gallery space and gave ourselves 18 months to experience some abstract creating with a purpose. Stepping away from visual representation presented different struggles than the ones we're accustomed to. Colour, texture and composition, not accuracy, being the focus. We enjoyed ourselves, we lost the plot, and we regained composure. We allowed ourselves to do what we didn't really have the opportunity to do before. So what you're seeing here in this space is struggles, breakthroughs and experiences wrapped into story. If a work makes you feel something new, then I'd say you're experiencing the art in it, not just the craftsmanship of the object, because art is not the thing you're looking at, but the experience of it. My own collection in this exhibition speaks about the natural world not far from my own door. From the devastating weirdness of the algae bloom disaster to the wonderful discovery of the gully up the road, all experienced with the company of my trusted exploring partner, John Pickle, who somehow manages to find what I missed with my eyes with his powerful Labrador nose. And now I'll hand you over to Kathy, followed by Lyndon, who will talk about their work.
Each painting of mine you see here in this gallery is a piece of where I come from, where I live, and in many ways who I am. Using the landscape and artistic expression to tell my story. I was born and raised in Port Augusta, about 400 kilometres north of Adelaide. Many of these works are inspired by a place we call the Back Beach, also known as Aussie Creek, Hospital Creek, and affectionately, Shit Creek. It had many names, but it was simply our playground. I spent my childhood there, swimming amongst the mangroves and wandering the cliffs with my siblings and the neighbourhood kids. That landscape shaped me. The blue bush, the red earth, those colours and textures are still with me. Even in our backyard, we had little else but a lone blue bush. And always in the distance, the awe-inspiring presence of the Flinders Ranges. Adelaide is where I have spent most of my life since, and it has offered its own fabulous collection of landscapes. Some of the works here come from time spent in the Aldinga Scrub, a hidden treasure often overshadowed by the nearby ocean, which is amazing. And while preparing for this exhibition, I spent time painting in the scrub. I would load up my mother-in-law's walker with art supplies and head in. Those moments surrounded by kangaroos, the diversity of trees and shrub, and the songs of the birds become an important part of this process. And then there is Boer country in Winton, remote Queensland, the country of my Koa ancestors here in Australia. I've been fortunate to spend time there in recent years, reconnecting with family and country. That place carries a different kind of significance. It holds memory of people, of stories of everything that has come before. Dinosaurs and big skies. I hope you enjoy visiting these places and find your own sense of connection with this work. Thank you.
Hello, lucky last. Only 2 minutes to go. I remember learning how to write cursive. This was when handwriting was a valued skill and a pen was a prized possession. Our bond paper was a preferred choice for writing letters. It was before we began to use keyboards and screens for most of our writing. Despite this focus on handwriting skills, my aunt's handwriting looked like a spider crawled across the page. My mother's was bold and swift, but it required years of study to decipher. At school, I worked hard to make elegantly written cursive, a challenge made more difficult by being left-handed and constantly trying to avoid smudging the ink. Fine-tip pens came to the rescue. Central to my paintings here is my interest in text and the demise of handwriting, which is inherently a unique form of expression and mark making. One of the places you can still see examples of text is handwriting is in graffiti. The works here are inspired by the ruins of an old country jail in South Australia, where decades of overlaid scratches and weather-worn messages are etched into the limestone. The walls form an accidental archive, spaces where private thoughts, boredom, resistance, longing, humour and identity are repeatedly inscribed, erased and overwritten. They form a collection of short stories whose original intent remains, but has been grown over and transformed. The past and present coexist within a single space, creating a new story. In these abstract works, I wanted to reflect the urgency of the marks, the intensity of expression and the effects of time on memory. The colours are imagined layers of conversations merged together, which were also influenced by the music I was listening to when I painted. I hope this provides a little bit of insight, and you can now work out who's done which paintings. And please come and speak to us as we're here today, and now you've seen us all. I'd just like to add that it's been a pleasure to work with Kathy and Kat for the second time. And we would really love to thank Gallery M, particularly Anne-Marie, Catherine and Rodney, who did an amazing job putting this all up. For you all to come along, as well as Tricky Wines, which I see you all enjoying. So please enjoy the exhibition.
Thank you.